Welcome to the game of life, the game of champions and the home of champions. In the house, none other than three-time Commonwealth champion, two-time Olympian. Well, he's won at the World Championships, cross-country. What has he done? This is a man who comes from the undulating hills of Bukwo in eastern Uganda, neighboring Kenya. He's a man who is known for having fought it almost alone in the long distance running, coming right after Boniface Kiprop. And it's from that lineage, that generation, that the likes of Stephen Kiprotich, Cheptegei, and Jacob Kiplimo came from. In the studio with me, he's quite humble, but when he gets talking, look at him, Moses Ndiema Kipsiro. Welcome to the game of life.
Thank you.
It's been long coming.
Really?
Huh?
It has been long, and I was looking forward to meet you, Andrew. And,
Finally, you're here.
Yeah, thank you. It's a pleasure.
How do you greet in your language?
If you are greeting a man, you say Sibai.
Sibai.
Subai.
Subai.
Yes.
And then I repeat.
Then you respond Apo.
Okay. Subai.
Apo. Then a lady Cheptegei. Yes. That is a lady.
Responding.
Yeah, Cheptegei. Then you say Tabon or Ajamage.
Okay. We're
Yeah.
taking more lessons. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Moses Kipsiro.
Yeah.
I'm grateful. You've come all the way from Bukwo. But also, I'm extra grateful. You have not gone home in over a week.
Exactly.
The last we talked, you were in Germany.
Yeah.
You've had that trail in Europe. You came back, you've had events in town.
Yeah.
This morning we were supposed to do the show
Yeah.
early morning, but you had an event at Nambole. First tell me, what was happening at Nambole?
Yeah, we had a competition today organized by Uganda Athletics.
Yes.
And the season now is beginning. This year we have Commonwealth. We have World Championships under 20. And that is where I fall, because I have the boys I nurture in the camp, and I want them to, participate in under 20. It will be in America. So I had my two athletes who are competing today, 5,000 and 1,500 meters.
Is Harbert Kibet in those?
No.
Okay.
Harbert is doing a different
10K.
running 10K in the Bangalore, India. Yeah, so, but today was only for juniors. I wanted the juniors, but the race in Nambole was open. It was for seniors. So, but I'm pleased because the two of my athletes were number 4.
Number 4.
Yes.
Okay.
And I remember the first trial. Yeah, the boy who got number 4 was the one winning, because the first trial was most of juniors, but today was with the seniors. But actually gave them hard time. Yeah, but I'm very pleased and I'm happy.
You're making strides.
Yeah, really.
The last time I visited you last year in Feb, in the Bukwo, you told me that Harbert Kibet is the guy coming.
Exactly.
Watch out.
Exactly.
And of course, there's talk that sometimes he beats Kiplimo and Cheptegei during training. But he was humble enough to tell me when I spoke to him that, that's training. Competition is different.
For sure.
So that helps. At least he keeps his feet on the ground.
Exactly.
But just recently, when we went for our retreat with the legends to Kenela Farms, Harbert Kibet
he was amazing.
Destroyed the field, right?
Exactly. It was amazing. He did a wonderful job there in Spain. So,
10 kilometers.
10 kilometers. He ran literally is the fastest
in 10 kilometers in the world.
In the world.
Of all time.
Yeah, exactly. And he's still young.
Yeah.
So that tells you.
How does it feel knowing that you retired, but you're still giving back to the game through your athletes?
To me, Mr. Andrew, what I can say is I don't want to praise myself, and I don't want to say that maybe I know much about maybe athletics. I just will say in simple that I think to me, if I can close my eyes and flashback 5 years, 5 years ago, I wanted to erase in my mind that I don't want anything to deal with the running. I didn't want. I was like, no. You know, I had some issues with the federation, you know, the issues of colors, you know. So that thing was like, they gave me like a bad image in the other side. You know, politics always. Yeah, but to me, I was doing the right thing. And then I say, okay, if this is the thing, then I need to just leave it to maybe those people who knows how to handle it. So, but again, I find with myself, I found some athletes coming to me saying, you used to run, so we want to run. Yeah, we feel like, we want to run, but we feel that you're the right person to guide us. So, but I told, for me, I don't want anything to do with athletics. I'm tired of But again, when I say, I sleep overnight, but again, I just found myself doing it. So I will say it in short, Mr. Andrew, that I think I have a gift from God. That's what I can just say. This is just a gift that I have. It's from God. Yeah. Because all my athletes, you remember when you came there, they were just there.
Yeah.
But 3 went for World Cross Country this year in America. Yeah. And they are in Italy right now. 4 of them, 4 with 1 lady. So, but now again, you see, Harbert, and then the 2 now, these 2. You say that was in German, so I was trying to...
You're trying to put things together, right?
Put things right.
So the trip was a success, right?
Yeah.
We'll get to the point of what first put you off, and 5 years you're like, I've given up on that and all. But let's celebrate the greatness that is Moses Kipsiro. Moses Kipsiro, you rest at a time when I would love to call you and Boniface Kiprop. Yeah. You are the lone men amidst a crowd of Ethiopians, Kenyans, and you're running and you have 4 Ethiopians, 4 Kenyans, and you're fighting it alone, and these guys are using all the advantage and the tactics. When you look at today, because right now we go in a race and you have quite some Ugandans, but then how hard was it? How difficult was it for you guys to do it?
Yeah, first of all, I will tell you this out of my experience, and out of the talking that we do with I will say it, my friends from Kenya. It was really very hard, and it was a tough one. Why was it tough? Not only that you are the only one in the game, you have 4 Ethiopians, 4 Kenyans, how many, and you are alone. What makes it hard on during our time with the Boniface Kiprop and maybe some colleagues who are maybe before us a bit.
Yes.
We had no record, like no
one to look up to.
Yes, and then
in that distance.
That's it. And then no good athletes.
Yeah.
They will not figure it out that they are good runners from Uganda who will come and make things. They will just undermine like these are just these guys are just average athletes. And because we know only the 2 bar house countries are Ethiopia and Kenya.
That's
but what is this? Uganda? What is there in Uganda? No. Uganda. So they will assume that But with some wise athletes from Kenya, I received a message recently from one of the great athletes from Kenya. Was called Benjamin Limo. My first time to see Joshua running in Nambole, my first time, he was running like Benjamin Limo. Even I told Joshua during that day, man, your running style. It reminds me there is a certain guy in Kenya called Benjamin Limo. You have the same height, the same strides. The way you are running is just like him. So that guy told me, You know what, Kipsiro? We have been following you, Uganda. You guys, you are bad people. Bad guys. We saw you, but we undermined you. But the way things are moving, you are bad people. You are not easy people. So actually, I will say just like for us, we made the way. And we send a signal to the world that there are some people in Uganda. Yeah. But only what was needed was time. Given good management, given good facilities for training, and given time.
It was a matter of time.
It was a matter of time.
Actually, I posted quite some pictures with you, and the comments I get from Kenyan journalists, they have immense respect for you. They know how you did what you did against them. And they always, because there are races, of course, whereby you become this close.
Exactly.
So you have quite some respect. Maybe for kids of today who might only know
Joshua and Kiplimo.
They might need to know. If just I could drop it off my mind. I mean, 3-time Commonwealth champion. 10,000 twice and 5,000. Delhi 2010 and Glasgow, which you won on a bad.
Exactly, I was in a bad down. Like if I tell you my story, you'll not
we'll tell it. We'll tell it. We'll tell it.
Yeah.
And then of course World Championships. Then Beijing and London Olympics.
Exactly.
African champion.
Yeah.
You do all this. We'll go into the organization and preparations and all. But how did you get into this? What is inspired you? Is it the hills back home? The people that run at school? Where did this whole running thing come to you? Like, wait a minute, this is something I could take.
Yeah, for sure. It is quite interesting, and I was like, in my time, if I was also doing my flashback sometime, and I wish we had like nowadays. We are always like this is a digital world where everything is phone. Someone can bring out this documentary. If there was a way I could approach God to give me my documentary when I grew up, you will not believe, and you will just say, oh, sorry. Yeah, because when I grew up, I grew up in a remote village. I was born in a different village. Then I grew up again in different village. I was born in a village actually they changed it now, but it was called Songara. Songara is the cave that you went in.
Where the Pokot,
That is it. That's where I was born.
Okay.
So
in that cave?
No, just
around
there.
Yes.
Yeah. So when I grew up, I went to primary 1, and then my dad took me to a different place.
Okay.
Yeah, there was a place called Jesmat. It is in extreme end when you are in Bukwa. It is in extreme end near the forest. We were the last one in the forest.
Okay.
Yeah, so I stayed there with my young brother who follows me without our mother. Yeah, so and we could not even manage how to prepare even food. So my dad hired someone, like in the evening, he comes and prepare for us meals, because we were just looking after cows and cattle and goats. Yeah. So we had my dad had a lot of cows and goats. So and we were 2 of us only. So this guy could come and help us. So one time he taught us how to cook, all that. Young boys, very young. So, but with me, that's why I told you that I think it is just a gift from God. There's nothing much that I will even say that I know how to mix chemistry, how to do this. No, it is just from God's gift. My dad had a radio. And this radio, this radio in Bukwa, the whole of Bukwa, we could not have like have radios from
Like the
Kenya.
FM
Yeah,
radios in
this
Uganda.
seller from Uganda. All our news, everything was Kenya.
Okay.
So we could you just put Kenya. So all the news, we were just like we are in Kenya. Yeah, because everything we were doing is just in the other side. So I had the feeling, during after news at 9, then it is sports now. So I could just keep myself awake to just hear, to just listen to sports. And what I was just like I wanted to hear was just the names. The name of Kibret Selassie, the name of Paul Dergat, the name of Noah Ngeny, Daniel Komen, Samuel Kweta. It was amazing. Those guys. I didn't know when they say like these steepages. In Kenya, the way they call it in Swahili, in steepages. But I just Bernard Parmasai. Even I had my book written all those names. So I just laugh it. Like I feel like one time I want my name to be announced over the radio. That was just me. During that, I want just my name to be announced over the radio.
Yes.
That's what drives to me. And when it came to primary competitions, you can't even tell me that I'm in class, but I see the time. It's only when I was in P6 when I became
taking running serious.
I was a timekeeper as well as a games, whatever it is. Games prefect. Yeah. So I could just see the time. When it comes to 3, that is the time for
games.
For playing games.
Yes.
You will find me number 1 there.
After all, you are the same keeper.
I'll be on the way like. So it was really interesting when I grew up. So they could actually, and my elder brother. My elder brother used to run, but for him, he didn't have that love of running. So there was a teacher, was our clan. So he could make us to march together with my elder brother. Then they say, yeah, you go, we want 4 laps. So I could hold on to my brother until I beat him. So, I had that passion within me. So that's what drives to me. And I just, Andrew.
So it's that inspiration of the guys, the same way I would listen to Radio Uganda and hear commentary, Villa, Express, Cranes. For you, that was it for the runners in Kenya.
In Kenya, that is it.
And that's all you wanted.
That's what I wanted to be. I didn't know that there was maybe you can run, you can earn money. No, mine was just my name to be announced over the radio. That was all. That was all. And let me tell you a funny story. You can't even believe. Yeah, you cannot believe. It's only someone who maybe I will say, maybe I don't know, how do I call it? Like you have a dream. When I grew up, in my village where I grew up, I've never seen a sofa set here.
A sofa set?
I have never seen. But it was in my mind. A sofa set here, it was in my mind. In my mind, there was, I never saw a permanent house, but it was in my mind. One time, I don't remember how old I was, but I was still young. I slept. Then I will just say that maybe, I don't know, God maybe removed my spirit, took me to Finland, Helsinki, and showed me Helsinki, and then he brought me back.
But you were in Buku?
Yeah, I'm in Buku. I was still very young.
Yes.
Yeah. So
why Finland?
I don't know, because I will tell you at the long run.
Okay.
Because I just kept it on in my mind that I was showed a very beautiful town. I didn't know that a town, but I will just say it right now that a very beautiful town. But they were tall storages. I've never seen a tall storage in my life, but it was just in my mind, tall storages. So now, here comes Kipsiro. I ran. Now, when I grew up like that. But before I reached there, I used to be the last in Amanang there, the other field. For 3 years.
You'd be the last.
I was number last, 94, 95, 96. 3 years. Number last.
That's at the school?
Primary.
Primary, okay.
Yeah. So, but the good thing with me, I could finish. Even recently when we were putting Maram, some teacher came to me and said, but you know this guy, Sabbath here, this guy was the last for 3 years. So I told him, yeah, for sure, I was number. But now, let me ask you, where are those who are the first? Where are they? What happened with them? They were the first, I became last, but where are they? Yeah, I was the last for sure, but I think I've done something. And I'm showing this guy now the way now. So it doesn't matter. It's only that, what do you have? Do you have a vision to drive you to where you are? 2005, I got my manager. And I got a manager through Boniface Kipro. And this manager was based in London. But the origin of Ireland. So I went to London. I stayed there for 3 months. So, and I did my best. And then the manager was impressed and said, yeah, this guy is good. So.
Were you already at Zana?
After Sana. After Sana, then we went back now. Yeah, the Bukwa. Because in Bukwa, we had a camp which was related to Sana.
Okay.
Actually, we did. We were bad boys also in terms of assassinated because we did a strike.
Okay.
Yeah, and that strike healed a lot of fruits because we were kept in Sana. But we told the sports camp teacher that, you know, for us to run well, if you want results, you open a camp there in Bukwa, you will see results. So they say, for us, we are not after that. And they say, now, if you are not after that, so that for us, we refuse to go to class for 4 days. Then they reported us. Then they told us, hey, what is the problem? So we told them, okay, for us, we want A, B, C, D. We don't refuse to study this way, but after studies, we need to come there when we are going for all days. Then they accept. So that's how they came to Bukwa. And really, here we are. And also, there are so many people who passed there, and they did the best. Yeah. So, I'm in the story of Helsinki, Finland.
Yes.
So, 2005. I joined and then I qualified for World Championships, which was held in Helsinki, Finland, where Inzikuru won a gold medal.
Yes.
So I was there in 5,000. As a fast starter, like everything was new to me. The world was new. I didn't know anything. Was it your first time to fly? No, okay. I flew first to London.
Okay.
Then I stayed in London for 3 months. Okay. So I ran a race in, I think, Watford. Then I qualified. I hit the time to World Championships. So that is where I told you this guy, Benjamin Limo, won a gold medal. Yeah, so when I was there, I was with Boniface Kipro. I was with Patrick Kepoto. And these were the bodies of Sana. 3 of us. But now, it's only 2 of us who are running for Uganda. Yes. So in the village, in Finland, those people like, it is just like bushy. A lot of trees. So we went to a strategic position. There were some stones. Very good stones. So we sat there. Then the right direction, that God showed me long time way back when I was young. It was the right strategic position for me to see. I just like we were discussing. Then all of a sudden, I saw it really.
Wow.
I could not wait. I told those guys, wow, my friends, Boniface, I came this place. I even jumped up and I said, I came to this place. I don't know when, but I came to this place. If it was through dreams or what, I just know I came to this place. They showed me the same buildings, the same, like the position which I was given was this one. And Yeboto supported me. He told me that, you know what, Kipsiro, you know what you are saying? It happened to me also one time. There is a place that I went, but this place was like as if I have ever been to this place. So I now realize, hey, so I think God must have brought my spirit to this place one time when I was sleeping, and it is now put in my memory. So
I now connect.
Yes, I now connect now to the. So it was just like I just felt a fulfillment, like it now come true. Yeah.
Wow, Moses. When you were telling that story, I'm like, wait a minute. And now you are living in the future. So you now came to experience it in real times, even witness our first steeplechase ever, steeplechase gold.
Exactly.
From Inzikuru. How was that?
Yeah, really,
the experience in the camp.
When we were staying there, and to me to hold a gold that's the gold.
That's the first gold medal.
First gold medal, I hold it with my hands for Dorcus in Inzikuru. When Dorcus was when we all come there in the village. This is gold. It was so interesting. To me, it was just, I was just having experience, really.
Did you guys in the camp expect it? Did you expect it?
Okay, for me, it was green.
Okay.
To me, it was green, really. But I think if I will say, like, if I was a senior athlete, then I would say, okay, during the competition, maybe Dorcus was doing and the training, you will say, yeah, we were expecting a gold.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then the gold medals that you won, Africa, Algiers and Maputo. Algiers came first.
Yeah. Algiers, it was first because it was 2007.
Yes. Then Maputo
2011.
Yes, 2011.
Yeah.
Which of the two did you win while you were supposed to be in hospital?
The Maputo one. I went.
Tell me that story. You're supposed to be in hospital, saving your life, but here you were running to gold and almost death.
I'm telling you, I think one of my friends reminded me about that story because, he also had forgotten it. Really, I went to Maputo when I was...
That's All Africa Games.
All African Games.
Yeah.
I was really off. You could not believe when you see me. At that time, when you saw me, you will say, Kipsiro, what is this? So I was supposed to go for World Championships. That was the Ego. But because I had a bad... I was very sick. The typhoid, malaria, brucella. So it was actually... I was like... I could not even explain myself. But, sometimes what I can say out of the experience that I got, I will just tell you that in Maputo, it was God's hand that I saw that day. It was God's hand. I was not the one running, but God was the one helping me to run. For sure.
Let's get this clear, Moses, because we are saying God, you were suffering from typhoid,
brucella,
all that stuff.
Yeah.
Did the team in camp know, the medical?
No, we had no training camp. I was from home direct home.
I
just got I got the call. I told the Uganda Athletic Federation, I'm sick, I'm not feeling well. Then other people cooked that whatever about maybe Kipsiro is bewitched, all that, So the people who saw my situation. was a Kelbat. Hey, Kipsiro, you know. So, the federation, some understood, some did not understand it. So I think they went on and they informed the minister. That Kipsiro is very stubborn. He doesn't want to go and run, all that. So the minister called me. So Kipsiro,
that's Minister Charles Bakabilindi.
So Kipsiro, I want you to be in Maputo All African Games. What do you say? But I told Minister, you know, I'm sick. And I see myself not in good condition. Yeah. So we talked. And then okay. I saw him insisting in the goal. I said, okay, you give me maybe 2 days. I will see my body and then I will give you a feedback. So again, they call. Kipsiro, we are traveling at this day. Hi. So I just said, okay, let me go. But really, I was sick. So when I was there, even the people who saw me in the car were like, Kipsiro, can you manage to run? I said, let me try my best. So when I went to compete, I was so dehydrated, very disorganized, man.
Did you have a manager at that time?
Yes, I had a manager.
Did they give you a go ahead?
Okay, the manager was like, no, Kipsiro, even he's the one who refused me not to go for World Championship.
In the first place, yes.
But now this one is
order from above.
Order from above.
Yeah.
Oh, we are going to get you there and bring you if you refuse. You see? So I had no option and I said, okay, let me go. So what, you know, I went there, I ran. I just kept myself like, you know, God help me. So eventually,
you won.
I won. I was like,
5,000 meters.
Yes, I sure that I have won. Even if we even go there and then we see the clip after me finishing, I was confused. I could not believe myself that I'm the one who won. So, but you know.
But after that, you pay a price, right?
Yeah, actually 1 week after winning. I even I got a call from His Excellence. So we talked to him and then he said, okay, the doctor was in charge, the team, was working in Malago. So he was given an order that you take Kipsiro to Malago, try to check him thoroughly, his body. So yeah, and he did that. He came to Malago, they checked on me, they actually worked on me, and I felt better.
Yeah. You brought the medal.
Yeah, I brought the medal.
Well, that's
because you know that the bad thing, Andrew. You know, to me, if I'm given that chance to lead a team, me, the experience that I have had in sports, I will just round up that all sports. You know, when you are an administrator, you need to, you know, have a very good language towards the participants. Yeah, if you go to footballers, netballers, you know, there's a way you should communicate. But the way they communicated to us, you arrive in the village games. This is Team Uganda. Yeah, you get the people in charge, the chief, the Misho, the team, you know, they will just tell you, we need a medal. We need as if you just go and pick the medal again. They don't want to understand what a sportsman undergo. They even don't know how you have been preparing. You see? So actually, there's a lot of attention that needs to be paid to sportsmen, especially when you are preparing a team. There is a way you should actually communicate to these people if you want results. Yeah, you just don't wake up and you say tomorrow, I'm going to go and beat this team. I'm going to go and beat this man. No, it will not happen. Maybe if you are using magic, you can go ahead. But the real life, no. So that is what I got it with our administration of sports here in Uganda. Yeah, you go there, they will just tell you. I think nowadays it is a bit, there is a way. Yeah, things are now handled. Yeah. Our times were like, Andrew, we need as if you just go and you plug it out and then you. It is really tough. And even they don't know how you have been prepared. Like in Eliud.
Yes.
Eliud. I came from London. I've been in. I went to London I was in London for a month. So I flew to Eliud.
Yes.
When I was arrived in, they say, Kipsiro, you are the only man now we are seeing, but we need a meto. Kipsiro, we cannot go Uganda without a meto. We need a meto. Our meto. I thought, but things are not easy. But let's pray. Maybe God can give us. So I went to the race. The good thing was I knew these guys who were competing, the brother of Pagele and the Kenyans. I knew them. But the funny thing was, I was stepped at the last, when they were going for the last lap.
Oh, yes.
I was stepped, and then when I reached 400 meters,
yes,
I just did like this, my shoe. And I went. Now, the other guys now started kicking.
After seeing you don't have the shoe?
No, not even seeing. After seeing the bell. Now something came to my mind that Kipsiro, you know what now? You have one shoe. What are you going to do? These guys are going. Leave them. Something said, no. Just one lap. Even though you get blisters, no problem. After all, you have finished. So go for it. I just started like that. That let it be. I went. When I reached 200 meters, the other guys has already moved, but I got now I think it was the fourth one. I got it before 200. Then I went. When I reached the 100 meters, I was now behind those guys. The Kenyan one has gone, the brother of Bagele. I jumped to line 2. I never saw these guys. I just saw the finishing like this. I went all out to I want just to cross the line. I don't want to know that I'm doing. Then I saw this Kenyan guy coming like this. I say, yes, I'm now going. I found myself in the finishing. It was really, I was like, this is really good. Wow. It was so interesting, and it was my first time.
I don't know if people have got this. Before the bell went. Yes. You lost your shoe.
Yeah, I lost my shoe.
It somehow got kicked out or something.
The guy who was behind me, it stepped on
your arm.
Yeah. Now the shoe got off just from behind side, but the in front side it was still inside.
So you had to make a decision.
Yeah, and then I
push it out.
Yes. So I did like this. I just pushed it out. That thing that came to my mind. The first thing that you just what?
Just throw it out.
You throw it out.
And then you went the full lap with one shoe off.
There was a guy, I don't know from where, when I finished, he just ran towards me, said, Kipsiro, with the shoe. He said that you are a man. Kipsiro, you are a man. that was amazing.
Wow. What a story, Kipsiro.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of you, man. So proud of you.
Really?
You could have stopped to deal with the shoe.
Exactly. But I say no. Something gets go for it. Even though you don't, at that I didn't.
And that was your first goal.
Yes, and I didn't put on my the socks. It was just the spikes with just my foot. So when now it got off, there was no even socks. It was just.
So wait a minute. Why didn't you have socks?
No, at that time actually most of the athletes were not putting on socks.
Really?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, during our time, we were not putting on socks. We were just producing spikes.
And it was comfortable?
Yeah, it was comfortable.
Maybe because of the nature, the way in which they made the shoes.
Exactly.
You can't do it now in the shoes.
Yeah. Right now, you could tell these boys to run without putting on socks. That's a different thing. It is also like right now they are trying. Some are trying to come back to it. The shorts. Right now, they used just tight, this short tight.
Yes.
That is what they use for competition. But during our times, you can't use a tight. You use a how do I call it?
Short.
A short. Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah, that was our nature. So, but now, things keep changing. Yeah.
What a story. That Algerian story is powerful, man. Doing the final lap with no show. Anyway, that's Africa.
That's Africa.
There's much more in Africa, but we'd love to transition and go to your first gold medal at the Commonwealth the Commonwealth Games, Delhi, India.
Yes.
5,000, 10,000. A double. That was big news. I had just, started work. I remember my colleague Sande Bashija, I think he was in India. And it was a big story. Like we had told the paper at Monitor, Kipsiro has won a double gold, quite huge. But there's a story perhaps that some don't know in that, a story of the 5,000 meters, where you beat the GOAT of long distance running, Eliud Kipchoge. I just want you to take me to that race and the experience and the duel that you had to win that race.
Actually, Andrew, if you remind me about New Delhi has its own stories.
Please,
really,
we are here for you.
It was really huge to me.
Yes.
And I will take you back. Mm-hmm. What happened was we had the African Championships in Nairobi. Mm-hmm. And I did 10,000 and I did 5,000. Mm-hmm. So this plan was from my manager, Rick Sims. We are in the same management with Usain Bolt and Mo Farah. And so he told me, Kipsiro, when you go back to Africa, all African championships, try to do 10,000 and 5,000. Because for him, he was targeting Commonwealth.
Yes.
He told me, you know what? I want you to test yourself after running 10,000. So I did that, and I was second, but I made a mistake. I feared the Kenyan guys. When a time for me to move, actually something spoke to me that it is now time to move. And then another sound again keeps saying, no, don't move, you wait. So, but to me, I have like 4 competitions. Once I listen to the first voice, I win. But if I listen to the second one, I lose. You see? So I did that, and then I said, okay, I have made a mistake. So now I after that, in also 5,000, I was number 4. So I was taken for World Cup.
Okay.
Which was in Croatia. So in Croatia, we were running 3,000 and 5,000. And now World Cup is we are running for Africa. So it was 3 of us. Me from Uganda, one from Kenya called Edwin Soy, and then the brother for Kananeza Bagele, Tariku Bagele. So we are now running for Africa, one team. Against the American, Bernard Langat. So we made a deal that now, because for me I was doing double. I was running 3,000 and 5,000. So I told the other guys, let's help ourselves. This guy is very strong at the finishing. How can we destroy this guy not to beat us? So we came into terms that with Teriku said, okay, let us make a high base. And we need to help each other. So Teriku says, okay, let me be the first one. Then who will be the second one? I told him, let me be the second one. So the third one was supposed to be who? Edwin Soy from Kenya. But when it came to action, the Kenyan guy refused. Pagela did this, and then I did mine. When it came to the Kenyan guy, the guy touched us. And we had, now what happened?
Did not finish.
Did not finish. We now had to choke now. So the pace was not at the high speed. We had now to. And again, when you slow, you are now in the territory of Bernard Langat. Because towards the last 400, you can't get him. Because he was a 1500 meter runner. So you can't get this kick. So, but for us, we had a plan that... So he just refused. Just, it's like me and you, Andrew, making a deal. Then when you reach along the way, you say, Kipsiro, I don't want to...
So he didn't run?
He ran.
But he didn't give it
very
plan.
Good. Now, this is Tarigo. This is me. Then this is Edwin Soy. Tarigo has done his 2 laps. I did mine 2 laps. Now it is time for Edwin Soy to do.
Just finish it, yeah.
He refused.
Okay.
Now, what happened is, now we were in the territory of Penat Laga. So I say, hey, let's wait for the last one. So I had the strong finishing. We kicked to the Penat Laga. At your own time, Andrew, you just Google Croatia World Cup 3,000 or 5,000 and see the YouTube of that race. You will really... I kicked to the Bernard Lagat. I think that was the time that I ran my fastest 400 meters. I think it was 51 something.
Wow.
Really it was. So Bernard Lagat beat me in 5,000. 3,000 again, he beat me. So I was second. So now, after that, it was India now. So now, I had already prepared my mind that now, I have a strong finishing. So let us go and roll it out in India. So when we reached, we traveled to India and I reached India, found Eliud is there. So Eliud said, I'm prepared. For me, I've come this race to win. I kept quiet. So when time came, they roll it out and we started it. So these guys didn't want to go in front. So they're just waiting. I said, okay, let's wait, but also...
This is 10,000?
Yeah, and this is 5,000.
5,000, okay.
Because we started with the 5,000 and then 10,000. Okay. So what happened was, these guys never wanted to go in front. I sacrificed myself. I said, let me go. So I did all the tongue work in front. But what was in my mind, I said, I don't want these guys to pass me. The last lap, I have to hold him. If it means dying,
you shall die.
I will die at the finishing.
Yes.
So Eliud, when they were coming now to the bell, Eliud tries to come and wants to overtake me. I try to engage another gear. Just waiting for 100 meters to go. Because I knew when I reach there, I have to give out all the energy that I have.
Yes.
So in 300 meters, Eliud tried to maneuver. I resisted. Now he went a little bit back. 200 meters, he tried to look like I resisted. Towards 100 meters. Now for him, now he went the other side. Also for me, now I'm on my line now. I say, no, this one, up to the finishing. Eliud did all out. For me also, I was putting all out.
Eliud was behind you, right behind you?
No,
yes.
We were just within the same racket. So I tried. The man wants to pass me, but I say, no, I don't give way, man. No way. So I put all my energy there. I say, now something came to me that almost reaching finishing. You know always what you normally do. I just kneel in front like. So I knew because, when you're putting you have that the beam number.
Yes.
There is a jeep. Even though we run with you, Andrew, to the finishing. For you stand like this. You have not crossed the line. For me, I will come and in front because I know this is the jeep that normally will read fast in the computer.
The battle was won.
Yes. So I really refused Kipchoge to defeat me.
Did Kipchoge talk to you after?
So now after when we are done, so we went to receive our medals, the awarding ceremony. So we were there. So we had to first to go for interview. So they did some interview to us, and they asked him, yeah, Eliud, how was it? Eliud said, to me for sure, I had it in my mind that I came this race to win. But I didn't know that Kipsiro was so that strong that he again beat me. So I could not believe it. But anyway, this is sports and that's how it is. What I want to say is, I think I will have to go and plan another thing because this is the method that I wanted it most in my life. So I didn't, and it came to me. Now when we were going for the awarding, that's the giving us the medal. He told me, Kipsiro, man, I'm not going to concentrate in running track now. I want to shift my mind to marathon. That's what he told me in India.
Oh.
He told me that really. And he told me, are you also running 10,000? I told him, I wanted to do it to him, but I found myself telling him, yeah, I'm going to try. Kipsiro, you have won it already. The guys that are in 10,000 for our team, you have already won it. So Kipchoge gave me that medal. Before he told me, Kipsiro, 10,000. You have won it. You have won it. For sure. Yeah.
Who is the guy that you beat? The one he was talking about, the Kenyan?
No, he said that the Kenyan
wasn't.
Yeah, they were not strong and yeah. So you have. He just told me you have won it. You have already taken that medal. So even when I was running, I was much confident that I can. Yeah, I can.
And doing the double, I mean.
Yeah.
How did it feel?
Yeah, actually, to me, as I told you, it was the plan from the manager that Kipsiro, you do the job. But he had first to test me.
Yes.
In Africa.
In Nairobi. Yeah.
Yeah. And then also in Croatia World Cup. And also that 2006, I had done double in African Championships in Mauritius, where I had bronze and a gold. So I did 10,000 and 5,000. So that was where they planned what he led to Nairobi, to Croatia, to India. It came from way back because he said, Kipsiro, but for you have very strong muscles and your muscles can resist. You are not like even Boniface. The muscles for Boniface is different, but your muscles is quite strong. So that's what actually now enveloped me to do double. And that's what happened in India. And one thing also, I was following, it was quite interesting, is, after me, it's only that Glasgow that we lost because I had the problem, the injury.
Yes.
In 5,000. Because Joshua came in and did the double. Kiplimo again came in and did the double. Yeah. So, it is something that, it is a Ugandan business.
Yes.
That's what I was working actually towards Harbert.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I told him, there is no one now again. So you are the very man that who could do that.
Yeah. Before we forget, I want us to stick to your battles with Eliud Kipchoge and we finish them.
Exactly.
So that's one in New Delhi.
In New Delhi. 2012 also. 2012 was so interesting with me and Eliud. We did the indoor together.
Yes.
3,000 with Mo Farah. But actually, he beat me. But it was poor calculation that I did. But I was stronger than Eliud. In Rome, that was 2011. Must be 2011.
Mm-hmm.
We were with him, 5,000. So I beat him. I don't know what was number. I don't remember. But what happened was I was number 3.
Okay.
And I was supposed to win that race. But there was a guy was from Kenya. Was a Kikuyu man. But we were in the same management. So this guy was always after me. Anything like we are doing training or in competition, is always targeting me. So for me now, I was just running my race. Me leading, coming to 50 meters. I want just to put my whole energy to finish the race. This guy came from nowhere. Whoop! He just closed me like that. So the guy from Ethiopia got the advantage from behind and went through line 2. He went and won the race easily. This guy is stranded, he's not moving, he's in front of me, and the finishing is just 50 meters to the finishing. So what happened was, after now, okay, we ran the same time, we've just finished together because now there was no way I could maneuver because the distance is small. So we are now going to put on our glosses. So there's a guy comes from Mount Yellow, but in the other side of Kenya. So this guy told this athlete from Kenya who blocked me. He told him, but man, what really came to your mind to block Kipsiro, not to win the race? This race was for Kipsiro, but the way you really did it, too. So the guy was like, he became annoyed. Like, what? What are you talking about? So the other guy grew annoyed and he wanted to beat that man badly. Because I knew him, you know, our people from the other side, they say, well, if you know a story in Kenya about the rebel in Mount Yalagon, so he was almost like, but he's my good friend. So there are people who have the heart, okay. So what happened was, it was Eliud who intervened. But those guys who are just, I don't know what will even happen. I don't know. They will, I don't know. Someone was going to be taken to the hospital, for sure. So Eliud just came in like, he grabbed this guy's hand and took him away. Told him. Then he came back and then told this guy, well, you man, you have talked badly. That's not how they do it. You go. So Eliud, see...
you have a good relationship.
Yeah, for sure.
But there's another one where you finished, is it 4th and you finished 5th?
Yeah, in Berlin. That is World Championships in Berlin. Yeah. In World Championships, actually, we were normally in my entire life of running during my career, Berlin 5,000. Even my colleagues, when we meet, we just remind ourselves about Berlin.
What's special about it?
It was a tough game. Okay. Even when, if it happens that you meet Pagele and Bernard Langat,
yes,
he will tell you. Even when you meet Kipchoge today, he will tell you. Berlin was just in another world. Because the people who are in final, well, they were the best.
The greats of the game.
I'm telling you, if you see, like I remember, warm up. After warm up, we went to cold room. Cold room, we have put on. So inside that stadium of Berlin, they moving to the starting line. They made that to walk like I think 200 meters inside, just walking. It was a long way. So when we are walking, for us in our tribe, you know, we do circumcision, and when it comes to that hour of circumcising, you are entering now to the circumcision. There is a gate they make. So when you enter there, forget about anyone. You are at your own. So you have to die like a man. So it reminded me when we were there, walking like this. You want to check on your left, right. Everyone is just. So everyone is, tension. No one talk to who up to the line.
The start line.
To the starting line.
Yeah,
No one. We are just like in a group, like we are walking now with our bags, with our running kits.
Ready to go.
Ready to go. But no one, I'm telling you, it was really, I got one of the guy was number 3. I was supposed to be number 3. But what happened was, I was following Eliud towards 200 meters. Eliud got stuck. So I had to maneuver it to go all the way the other side. But this guy who was behind me came in. He ended it from inside. So for me, to do it in the other way, when I found him again, he has passed. So I tried to kick, no way. So I became fourth. Eliud was number 5. Yeah, number 5.
Okay.
Yeah. So actually we have been like, I have several races that we beat each other with Eliud. I remember it very well. Even in Zurich, I also beat him there. So, during our time of track, we were just like competitors. Yeah, but
are you in touch with him?
Yeah, we talk. But after when he became that the Inos thing, because one time I met him, I was also in Eldoret.
Yeah.
Then he told me, "Hey, Kipsiro." He greeted me. I said, "Kipsiro, you know what? We were just going to die boy in running track. That in marathon there is fucking money, a lot of money." That's what he told me, really. So actually, it was good for him, and I am very proud of him. I'm very proud of him. He's just a guy that is calm and he's always focused on his game. And one thing that actually with him is, for him he has never got injuries. Yeah, throughout this game. So that's actually a good thing with when you are with the right coach, with the right management, and then also the training program. Yeah, so it is really, actually, I will say that Eliud was the luckiest man, and
and he really he raced to the last limit.
Exactly.
Like he gave it his all.
He gave it all. Even sometimes, like of late, when they tell me Eliud is running this marathon, I will say just Eliud. Why did Eliud let him just retire? Go there, be a man that to just.
Do you sleep well knowing that he still runs at your age and you are about the same?
No, but I think for me, I would say Eliud is more like
but as in same generation around there, you're like, I could still also be running at that time. But injury and
no, for sure, for sure. Me, I will tell you this for the truth is if not because of it, I will be rolling out in marathon seriously for sure. Yeah. It is that was my vision, and I had that in my mind that no, I'm going to run marathon. Yeah.
And before we go, because we'll talk about the Glasgow that you won, which also injury was in there.
Yeah.
But then Beijing 2008.
Yeah, 2008.
Was that your first Olympics?
Yeah, my first Olympics.
How was the experience?
Yeah, actually it was good, but only thing that happened to me was I think I'll just count myself. I think I was never lucky with the Olympics and World Championships. But especially Olympics, I think I was never lucky. I did the first heat. I did it well, and my body was I was just feeling good.
Yes.
So what happened was, after 2 days to the game, I was in the village.
As I see. Yes.
Yeah. So I went to the fridge. There are fridges they put there for drinks. I went there to grab a bottle of water, and the water that I got from the fridge too cold. So because there it was hot. So I gave a sip. Eventually, I found myself feeling in my back a sharp pain that even me to breathe was a problem. I could just... So the other guys holded me and then they started out taking me. I didn't know that I had pneumonia. And remember, it is only 2 days now to go to the finals. So there was a doctor for Uganda team. I don't know. He was in Uganda right there. He had the clinic, I think, around Uganda right there. It was an old museum, but I forgot the name. That guy, he gave me medicine that I could not believe. If you could come and see my table full of medicine. So when my manager came in to check on me, he found all this medicine. He said, "What? Kipsiro, this is what?" He grew annoyed. And he grabbed me and said, "No, Kipsiro, let's go to the clinic, to the pharmacy there for the village." So I went there. They gave me a small tablet, just one. They had 3 corners. I still remember very well. So I took. At the night I was feeling, but I'm feeling. He told me, stop, don't take this. So I did that, and then, now the following day now, we are now running in the evening. Then he came and said, how do you, but I'm feeling, I'm not feeling any sharp pain now. So now I got ready for finals now. So, and I went to the camp. Then the manager told me, "You know what, Kipsiro? I don't want you to run crazy because you know what you are undergoing. So what I want to give you this advice. You start from behind."
Okay.
I went in, I did that. I started from behind. So I saw myself, but I'm okay. I don't know how many, I don't remember how many laps it was, which lap was that. Then I now started now pushing to reach to the front guys.
Yes.
I pushed. When I reached the front guys, it was Bagele, it was Eliud, it was Edwin Zoe. Bernard Langat was behind. He was following me. Now when I reached, Bagele just saw that like this. Bagele did just like this. He peeped behind. And the moment he peeped behind, my eyes and Bagele just knocked each other. I'm telling you. Bagele moved like and that is just the arrival of me. You see? Now, for me, I'm using energy to close the gap. Now, I wanted now to relax that now I've got this guy. So that, I now find the rhythm of this guy. The guy blasted. Like...
He took your soul.
It was off for me now.
Yeah.
I just now kept on just maintaining that position. Just that position.
And you finished first.
I finished first.
Yeah. So close.
Really. But
yeah.
I say, oh, really?
and of course, a chance to atone at London 2012.
Yeah.
And London 2012, you went into that one also with
problems. My sickness started 2011. You remember when I went to Maputo? So I had not recovered it again. So, and it is only that when I came to discover the medicine that I used to actually helped me much was 2013. I count 3 years of my sickness. 3 years. But again, this same guy, it is the one who helped me. This same Kenyan guy that comes from, was called Leonard Kamon. He was a world record holder for 10K. It is Joshua who removed his record for Roth. Yeah, he was a very good friend of mine. I beat him like I've beaten him 3 times. Only at the finishing tape, like. So he grew annoyed to me, like, Kipsiro, every time, you always beat me at the last minute. But I told him, man, but so we became friends. Yes. We just became, up to today, we are so close friends. So, this guy, like, I was telling you, the sickness.
The sickness.
Yeah, so this guy told me, Kipsiro, me, I know how bad typhoid is. So I want to just give you one tip that I want you to go and use, and you will give me results. Go, when you reach home, you go and look for aloe vera.
Aloe vera, yes.
Yes. So when you look aloe vera, you cut it and then you boil hot water. You put it in a cup, then you throw aloe vera, and then you take a sip. Even me, when I feel headache, I feel my body is just like as if I'm weak. I just go and grab aloe vera and then I do that. I'm done.
What do you remember about? Of course, I remember you finished London
10 or 9.
12th, I think. You finished 12th.
I think 12th?
Yes.
In 10,000.
10,000.
No, 5,000 it was 12, I think.
10. In 10,000.
10,000.
Yeah,
for sure.
And then we had hope, but I remember my colleague Sandy Bashija that like Kipsiro is done, but it's not okay. It's not okay.
Yeah, I'm not.
And suddenly, I think there's word. Was there a knock or somewhere?
Exactly.
Someone knocked you.
Yeah.
And that was it.
That was it. It is organized. Okay, I actually in 10,000 at prepared well. My training was going well, but only the problem I didn't know about the sickness, and then also what actually contributed was, sometimes I also try to teach my athletes about that trick. When you get a challenge during the race, you have to keep your emotions, and then you also. So what costed me was fall. And you are timing like starting it, picking it from down, and I was like, So I tried to do my best, but things were not working. Yeah, so that's what costed me, and I was like, now what happened to Mo Farah in Beijing happened to me in London. Mo Farah got the same thing. He fell. Mo Farah cried like a baby. He cried like a baby. I still remember I was trying to bust at him. Just be Gabi. The guy was, when you are like, I want to make it. So it was like me now. So actually it wasted me. And
at that point, did it occur to you to say, I think Olympics won't be for me?
Yeah, that's okay. Something came to me, knocked to my mind that I think Olympics. Yeah, Olympics. It is something that it is not actually going well with me. That's what I noticed. Yeah.
Where were you when Stephen Kiprotich won the marathon?
We were we had in a village where we were watching in a room with the team. Okay, so the athletes normally they put it in the same. Yeah, so we were just watching it there. So we could not go to the room, but we were there. But what happened? We could go to the dining hall. Then when we meet these Kenyans, Stephen says, "These guys, they are going to see fire." So that was the impression of Stephen.
Oh, really?
Yeah, for sure he was. These guys, they are going to see fire.
Okay.
But for us, we saw maybe Stephen was joking. That was it. So we just, maybe Steve is doing. He said, no, but this guy here, this Gupsan, I know he has a plan that he wants to go all out, but we have to follow him. So we were watching actually in a room. Yeah.
How was the emotion like after 37 kilometers there?
I'm telling you, we were like, you could not believe how we were jumping.
Our friend, Gans Mugura, he ran into the room in boxers. He was excited. He didn't know he was in boxers. Oh, wow.
I'm telling you, it was so interesting that, after us all losing hope, we have nowhere to be, like, we have a method, no. And actually, again, we had a lot of messes.
Yes.
Yeah, within the organization.
Yes,
the team.
I know, because I covered it.
We had, there's no way you could just say, like, you need results. No. Everything was disorganized. The good thing was Stephen. He was training in Kenya. He came from Kenya
to the track.
To the
road, yes. There were issues with allowances, per diems, even the kids, then too many officials, and at the time you're not getting. What exactly? What do you remember? What destabilized you guys?
I remember the running jersey.
Yes.
They gave me for a lady. And you know what? I am like, I know the attires for competition. I know what I normally put on.
Yeah.
And this guy telling me, this is the one you are going to use. This is the one they gave us.
And that's how they're communicating to you.
And I am telling him, like, for sure, this is the one that okay. Yeah. Pascal, let me call Pascal. Let me call my manager to connect. Also the federation. Yeah. We also try to tell our officials, you see this. So those ones say, okay, we are going to handle it. Really, this is our ladies. So, but we are also for them, they are the fear of, the big people, they give them issue, what. Yeah, they had also their own fear. I know. Yeah, so, but actually, we disorganized ourselves until this guy for Buma send kits for us.
The whole country?
Yeah, he said, no, you leave those guys. They don't know what they want. And that mess also was in Beijing. In Beijing, that guy brought boxes.
Boxers?
No, boxes of the attires for the whole team. But what they did there, the Ugandans were sharp Ugandans.
But that again takes me to, you have a camp, Kipsiro Athletics Camp, where you're trying to help youngsters continue what you did.
Exactly.
And normally when these games happen, when a medal is won, we are all celebrating.
Exactly.
How much does government or the federation help your athletes, your athletes, the ones because I want to use your example to represent the rest. Yeah. How do they support you to ensure that these guys are coming out and representing the country?
Andrew, it is a very good question. And what I can actually answer you is this. You came to my camp. You saw the situation there. Even just 1 shilling going like this, nothing. Nothing completely. Only here in Uganda, we are good at the results. Let me take you back. Sorry to say this, but it is the truth. We the sportsmen, and then we the spectators, they can watch Joshua winning, they can watch Kiplimo winning, they can watch Kiprotich winning. That any federation involved with their achievements, zero. Don't say the winning of Joshua, Kiplimo, all that running the record, say that it is the federation who's doing nothing. I will tell you plain truth. It is their management who put more effort.
Remember where we met Solomon Mutai?
Yes.
There was an athletics camp. I think they were preparing for something by the Uganda athletics.
Exactly.
So what's the difference? I thought they were helping in that.
Andrew, thank you for that. Actually, that camp has been there quite a lot for some time. And there was measures in that camp, whereby it is called Arwa, I think, stroke Pukwo athletics. Yeah, so it was influenced by Beatrice and then Flavio and Alex Malinga. So those are the ones who actually they know it, how that camp came into existence.
Oh, with the support, is it for Netherlands embassy?
Yeah, exactly. I think it was a Netherlands embassy.
Yeah.
So I will not go much into it, but the good thing I can tell you is it's only today that we talked to the Beatrice Igor in Nambole. Then he told me, we are done. We have solved our issues because Alex Malinga was saying, this is my facility. I put all my time here. So all that. So there was some
trying to
bull ropes for so long. So and there were no athletes there, no helping them. But I think what Beatrice promised me that they are now going to start to fund like food so that the athlete will be staying. But sometimes again you have to be more specific because if it is a federation, then who are those athletes who are going to be in that camp? Yeah? You cannot get an athlete from Global. You cannot get athletes from Rosa Management.
It has to be the root, the grassroots.
Exactly. Exactly. It needs tuitions from grassroots. But
so
again,
they need to be funding people like you are already doing it.
Exactly.
So just add resources and then
exactly. But it is only that why I praise the managers. Because for them, they are in business and they know what is needed in the ground. But now, for us, maybe the federation, Uganda, the government, no, there is no time for that and all that. It even in football or in other games. There's a lot of pulling ropes. But when it comes to issues of management, no pulling ropes. They know. If they are investing, they know that at the end of it, we are going to achieve the results. And when we invest, what we need there is results. Like as I told you that I went to Germany. Yeah. I went to talk to this. Then what is needed there in the table is we need results. So for them, they are in business. So you don't just see Kiplimo, you don't just see Joshua running, saying maybe the federation is doing a lot of work. No. Yeah, no. Okay. For sure. It is just that, we are there because you are the one setting the sport. But the real thing, it is not. I will just tap on that so that, maybe other federations also can learn it from it. Yeah, like for us, our federation for athletics. Andrew, there is one thing that I believe in myself. We have champions who are dying in Narua. Inzikuru came in. Why? Why not others? You want to tell me that it is only Inzikuru from Arua and there is no more whatever genetic there who can come and run?
I hear you.
You see?
I do hear you.
Now, right now, Uganda athletics have a challenge. We shift our minds. Kapchorwa only. Why not Kabale?
They also have hills.
You also have where Kibua came from.
Yes.
1,500 guys, they are best. Rare guys, they can do 1,500, very good one. Even the days. Now here in Central, sprinters. Why don't we balance and then we support these people? Because what is very important is reaching to the ground. You pull them from the ground. You train the people who know, who can identify. You get the right people to train these people. Establish these camps. Then that is how Kenyans do. That's how Ethiopians do. They try to balance, not just going into one direction. What if something happened there?
I hear you.
You have this tap, you have this tap, you have this tap. You will not run out of water. Because if this one refuses, you can open this one. You can. But if there, because there is something that I will actually love to, in our side. For us, we can celebrate the achievements of these men. But the struggle that they undergo, it is really huge. But actually, when we, if we have the heart that to help and we bull our country, we put the flag of Uganda high. If we work as teamwork and we try to balance, everything will run well. I went to Fort Portal. I don't know. There is a place when you're going towards Kazize. Okay, just in front of Fort Portal. I don't remember the name of the location well. But that place is very good for cross country. I think you mean the Bundebujo Road. Nyakasura Bundebujo with undulating hills. Just after Fort Portal, there's hills yes. That I know. Place is perfect for cross country. And what I learned from in Fort Portal, I went there. Julius Mudeganga took me there. I learned something. That's the road to his. That's the only mean. Yes. So I learned something there. These people, no one has showed them the way. There is nobody who, if maybe someone like Kiprotich can come out from there, those people will wake up and say, hey, Kumba, we have this talent. Kumba, we can run and be a champion like this. So, but they are now blackout, nothing. What I'm reading from you, Moses, Kipsiro, is we are not doing enough. Exactly. To unearth more talent. Exactly. Because we say Kapchora Buko, it's the high altitude, but there's high altitude elsewhere. There, and then one thing that I will tell you this for true. People will rush to high altitude. Even when I will speak to, if I was a minister for sport, if I was Kipsiro Moses, minister for sport, I will not build the Teryet altitude training center. For what? For what? Tell me, give me the reason that Teryet is high altitude. You can't do speed work there. You will just do that for endurance. But the athletes who come there, they come from that region, they were already born natural with the altitude. What is needed there is to get speed endurance and to get speed. You have to work on that. But where do you get the speed and the speed endurance? You have to go for lowland to acquire speed. You cannot go train in the rate that I want to run faster. You are lying. So normally we when we do good things, we do them wrongly. Exactly. We are advised wrongly. Exactly. Because the high altitude, Teryet, was first talked about when he won the gold. Exactly. The double in Delhi. And then that track was me, Kipsiro, was supposed to be built in Bukwa. Yes. Not in the Teryet there high altitude. Yes. You see, even for Joshua right now, Joshua will tell you this. They come for Joshua, the track that Joshua made there. Athletes, they feel they don't even go there for speed work. Why Joshua and his team goes to Germany? He comes to capture Obama ground because it is flat. It's on the lowland. Moderate lowland. Then sometimes now we have to go down because you want to twist the muscle for speed. When you train from high altitude, you don't touch the fast twitch muscle for speed. You can't. That one will just sleep in your body, the stomach, because you are not reaching it. But when you are in down a flat area, you have to put it at your maximum. That even your body, the breathing, you are giving it. Because that is now, you are running faster. It is like you are driving a vehicle in a hillside. and then you go to the flat land, and then you drive your car. You will use 100, 120, but you go and drive 120 uphill in that place. You can't. It can't come.
So there is that flat ground.
Yeah.
When you're coming from Kapchoro after Kwen, it's on the left, I think.
Yeah.
I went there. The Kiplimo are doing speed.
Exactly. That's Jamwania.
Yes.
Yeah. Right now, those guys prefer Jamwania.
So, for example, that high altitude, the facility should have been at Jamwania.
Very good. Exactly. And right now, I told Lingia today in Nambola, this thing here, I went to the stadium and tried to analyze Nambola. We have no spectators. It is only the athletes who watch themselves, who hear themselves. Nothing completely. I told them, now, for us in Sabay, when you say there is a tournament like there's this running, you find people. They have the passion. It is like you guys here in the central. You say Uganda Greens is playing, you find Nambolo. So it is us, like us there. When you say that we have a competition today, the whole village will travel to come and watch because that is their, they are married to that, the sport. Yeah. So I was like, how best can we, because for us also, for the athletes to compete well, they need the morale boosting.
Yes.
When they give you morale, you really feel, let me do it.
Yeah.
But now when the thing is quiet like this, so I was like, I think if we have an Ambole in Ngenge down, in low altitude, I think it can work. People can travel there. They come watch these people when they are running. We have spectators. You see, that was just that's how we were. But the Teryet, to come and compete in the Teryet, you take these people to the Teryet. Especially now, you people who are from lowland and sprinting, you want to sprint in the Teryet. That's 100 meters.
Teryet is just for endurance.
It is for endurance.
Yeah.
You can't take a sprinter and say that you go and sprint their competition. Nothing. It will not happen.
Okay. Let's go to Commonwealth. Your final gold medal at Glasgow 2014, which you also won while injured. You were supposed to be on the hospital bed being cut, but you're on the track winning gold. How do you do this?
Andrew, my story, I think my story way back, I don't know if you have quoted me, the way I was talking about these things, that I don't know God, how God, I really don't understand, because for sure, I went to Glasgow. I stayed in London.
This is 2014.
2014. Yes. I stayed in London for how many months?
2 months.
Trying to get treatment. My manager was actually trying to move me around London. So, but I got impressed that when I was again in Glasgow, I went to compete 5,000. The leg was just worsening. Because my leg didn't want reaction. Yeah, I could not react. It's only needed that when I hold a certain pace, I just use that pace, just to go using that the same speed, just. But if you're trying to, do some adjustment like this, no. So what happened is after 5,000, I went to, there was a clinic. So I met the doctor, and then the doctor checked on my leg. So this doctor was, he became so good to me. That's what I can put it. But he was tactical. He saw my mind and said, okay. So he asked me, are you still running? I told him, I have 10,000, but the way I'm seeing the leg, I think I'll just leave it. Say, okay, no problem. So he checked. So when he checked, for him, he got already the results. But he never wanted
to tell you.
Yeah, he never wanted to tell me. So what he told me, he said, okay, Kipsiro, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a wrapping tape. I will wrap your knee, hold it, because your knee doesn't need to move blay, like, you know. So it needs to be intact. So I will wrap it very well. So what I'm going to do this right now. And then the time you are going to run, you come. I also do the same.
Do the same.
Yeah, I remove this one, then I put now the new one. So I say, okay, no problem. So it reached. I went to him, then he did. He put, I think you can see it in the photo. Yeah, you can see my knee.
Yes.
Yeah, he did it very nice, very well. They say, okay, you go. So when I was running now, my mind was like, my knee. I was just ringing, my knee. Then, when it came to the last lap, I never wanted to go in front. But there is this Canadian guy. This guy who ran Mohammed somebody, you know, runs with Joshua in 10,000. This tall guy. He's actually a Somali, but he runs for Canada. That guy pushed me like this. He just pushed me.
Physically?
He pushed me just from number 7. He just pushed me like, so the group was in front. Then he pushed me in 300. I found myself, when we reached 200, I found myself coming in. But this Musungu from Canada had moved in front. So now, I was now in the same page with the Kenyan guys. So when we reached 200 meters, this Kenyan guy again fall back, and then he came, ran outside. For me, what I did, I saw chance. The Musungu guy is moving again towards to line 2. There is a big gap in line 1. I said, no, let me go line 1. So when I entered line 1, the other Kenyan sprinted. And he was ahead of me some few meters.
Yeah.
Then this Muzungu saw this guy, and he now tried to focus on the Kenyan guy on his right. Leaving me now a big gap. I just used that chance. Went through.
To the tip.
I said, wow. My manager said, Kipsiro, you have won with that poor racing style. He told me that was a very poor racing style that I have never seen you running like that. But you have won. I said, I can't believe. Now, there is commentator.
Yes.
He was telling, I was now hearing the other commentator, this guy called what? Rob Walker.
Yes.
I told you it is Kipsiro. I told you.
From the source of the Nile.
Yeah. So it was really, it was something that was so unique to me.
Yeah.
I take that as it was unique.
You were the chosen one.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you go back to your doctor.
I went back to the village. So when I reached the village, then now, because he had told me that after competition you come, and then I will remove it. Kombe, this guy was just tricking me. That after the competition, I come and tell you the
results.
So I went there. I went with my medal. Showed him like this. I told, thank you, doctor. Thank you, doctor. I lost his contact, but I feel like, but anyway, God knows. So I told him, this is the medal. He said, you have won. This is unbelievable. You have won. I can't believe. That, you know what, Kipsiro? Your knee is messed up. You have a very serious tear with your knee. Where is your manager? I gave him the contact of my manager. He called the manager saying, this boy needs to be taken to the hospital. He has a very serious tear. Now, it now came to my mind. And then he told me, I never wanted to tell you this before. But let me tell you now, because you are done with your race.
Wow.
So I was supposed to be flown from Glasgow to Dublin, Ireland.
To the rugby specialist.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, but what happened was there's a lot of bullying of ropes.
Yeah.
Pakapulindi, no, we have a medal, we have to go to Uganda. So I had to accept the
country called.
Yeah, so we came with the team at Uganda here. We did the functioning. I remember I was calling Ogello. Was it they called
Ogello House?
Ogello House. I took my details there. They say okay, they are going to do for the field goal, and Joshua was winning in Oregon under 20 junior.
Yes.
From Ogello House
straight back to Dublin.
I never even reached home. So I went there. I stayed in Dublin for.
People need to pay attention to this now.
Yes. I stayed in Dublin for 1 month. But what was found there was the whole of, not even the knee only, the whole of the leg, one side of my body was just
gone,
messed up. The doctor was like, Kipsiro, are you sure that someone can use one leg to win? That I can't believe this. I can't believe this. That doctor was like, no, this must be magic. Because actually I had the found at this side, one of my body muscles are tight, the veins are, the flow of the blood is not, some veins are blocked completely. Even Akel told me that I think what helped you, Kipsiro, is because you do exercise. If you are not doing exercise, you will be actually gone person because you will actually get stroke. Yeah, because it's one side of your body. So that guy did what they did. They did this. They say Kipsiro, they be flown to Finland for operation. So me, I knew there's a Kenyan guy. They did operation with me. That was the end. There is a guy, if you can remember, if you can Google, a China guy called Lu Jiang for hurdles, 100 meters hurdles, or 110 hurdles. He was a very good guy, but he got a problem with the knee. He was taken to Finland for operation. That was the end. So when they talked of operating me, I said, no. So I refused completely. So that was just, they just gave me injection that will help. But
that was it.
That was it.
And that was the evening, finally, the
career
gets to...
Exactly.
Yeah. The car. The president gave you a car.
Now, when I have visited from our place there, he works in Victoria Motors. I don't want to call the name.
Victoria Mall.
Yeah, yes. Victoria Motors.
Sorry.
Yeah, he works in it. So, this guy chats with me through WhatsApp. Say, have you received your vehicle? I say, which vehicle? Again, I'm in Dublin, Ireland. And he say, no, your vehicle was taken under your names here. I told him, okay. Actually, when I left Uganda, I gave out the details to Ogello House. So, and maybe I will find out when I come back. So coming back, trying to, the good thing now for Joshua was there, and then, he got the right people to receive, and then he got the field.
You know, every time you tell me that story, I struggle to imagine what state of the country we live in. A Commonwealth champion gets a car from the president. It's sent off the details at Ogello House.
Yes.
And the car is coming from Victoria Motors.
Yes.
And someone who is not Kipsiro picks the car. How many years are those ago?
2014, I don't know.
2014. That's 12 years.
I need to find out the dates really.
That's 12 years.
Yeah.
12. Guys, 12 years after the president gifted this man a car, he it is still missing. and we've written about this. We talk about it.
Yeah, actually, for sure. Even me, I did to follow up.
Like how?
No, right. Like let me tell you this, and I did a follow up, a serious follow up. But I reached somewhere. There was someone who told me this. He told me, Kipsiro, we have known that there are people who do the film, but these guys are be very careful. They are dangerous people. That's what they told me. In Parliament, I was asking for details. There's someone who wanted to. So they told me, can you give us the detail? Now, I tried to connect the other guy. The other guy said the details are there, but what I fear is my job.
But the President Yoweri Museveni, if these details are available, you have all the powers to ensure this is addressed.
Yeah.
How can you gift a national hero a car 12 years ago? And is it 12? I'm older. 12 years ago. Yeah. And up to date. This is on TV. You're seeing it. Like,
yeah. Okay, that's also.
nothing is happening. It's just an order. At least he didn't steal it. He doesn't have it. Maybe he could get another one. Exactly. So this really beats. I laugh about it. It's strange. If it was a small me, yes, but Kipsiro, 3-time Commonwealth champion.
I'm telling you, this serious.
And it was given to you on record.
Yeah.
Anyway, those who need to know have known.
Yes.
Kipsiro.
Yeah.
You go into retirement. You didn't plan it. Injury forced you.
I didn't plan it completely. I still had, in my mind, there was a full page of plans for me, but yeah, I was forced, and I got some advice long time. I think that was 2011 from a certain rich guy in UK. He told me, Kipsiro, there are certain things that will come in your life you don't expect, but you have to bear with it. So that thing kept ringing in my mind during my time. That now, what is this? Because for me, I wanted to still hold on with the track, but because the leg was worsening, now I say, okay, how about if I shift to marathon? Now I found out that in marathon, the training is so intense that my knee could not hold it. You see? So, I say it's okay. Maybe God knows. So,
but I celebrate you. You're doing farming back home. You are in the hospitality industry. I slept in your hotel when I came to Buko. Good stuff. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And on that note, we're going to take a quick break. The break is about legends. So there you go.
Who is your legend? It doesn't have to be someone famous.
I'm running for Piccolo.
And I will be running for myself.
To inspire all those who think they are too old to run.
And I'm running for my daughter.
This April, run for them. Join us at the Legends Marathon, Sunday, April 19th, 2026, at the Chambogo Cricket Oval. Registration is only 50,000 Ugandan shillings. Register now at www.thelegendsmarathon.com. In proud partnership with Kenya Farms, Nibana, Pride Bank, Hardware World, Self Places, Black, Ruby Hospital, The Game of Life, The Moves, and Rock Telecom. The Legends Marathon. Run for your legend.
Welcome back from that break, and it's about legends. The Legends Marathon happening on April 19th, Sunday, at the Chambogo Cricket Oval Pitch. 42 kilometers, 21, 10, and 5. And the one and only, the legend in the house, Moses Kipsiro, will be part of that. You've been part of the Legends Marathon from day one in 2024, last year. And you're coming for this as well. Thank you so much. But again, we're talking about retirement. It's the same message that we're coming throughout the whole entire project. One, why are you coming to run the Legends Marathon?
yeah, I have my reasons. My reason one is I have the passion to run Legends Marathon as one of the legends who used to be an active athlete long time. And I would love, I love to be part of this Legends Marathon. Legends Marathon, I will advise actually, especially our athletes or any active sports person. Really, let's approach this and let's all come together. Tomorrow, today you are active in the field. Tomorrow you are not active. But this is the way to go. I will tell you, Andrew, we lacked this during our early early times. Yeah. Yes. If we had caught this, it is the best. There may be no money, do whatever, to facilitate us to do what, but ideas. Like last time, Andrew, you took us to Gainela Farm. I can't even speak about it here. It was really amazing. And it is something that we need to, we need to all come in board, all different sports. Yeah. And then we start to share our times. We start to, let's come together. We create an idea that we can invest. Even though the little we have, we can come. So, me only have to come and run Legends Marathon. I will have to run Legends Marathon to show awareness to the active athletes that this is the way to go. Today you are active, tomorrow you retire. So you have to be in for Legends Marathon.
Thank you so much for this. You've been such an ally.
And I will be all through.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you, my man.
Thank you very much.
Is there anything at your heart that's itching? You're like, I wanted to say this, but Andrew didn't ask me.
Andrew, I think to me, I have given it out, but anyway, there are stories experience that I learned when I was still active with my fellow colleagues, our colleagues from different countries. Like I tell you a story that I wanted actually to air it out was I had the serious injury with my tendon. That's where everything, the mess of my leg started from. Yeah, I went to Birmingham. They took me to Birmingham and they injected me, and the injection was not okay. Yeah, so and actually it took me off for some time, and I was in Fond Romeo for training, and we had a very good time with Mofara and Boniface Kipro. And that is where I actually learned a lot of things in my career. Because, you are with the superstars today. Tomorrow, you come back here and we are here. But actually during my time, I really...
You had some good time.
Yeah, some good time with the legends.
Thank you so much.
I will actually appreciate that, and I tell God, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank
You're
you.
grateful.
Thank you.
Any word, message you want to leave to the viewers who are going to enjoy your show here?
Yeah, I will say thank you very much. Really, Andrew, I will thank you firstly. And also I want to thank our viewers in a special way. Thank you, and keep following us. Andrew, you are a good guy for media, and I will say, Kai, thank you very much. We really appreciate you, and we welcome you to be part of us as Legends Marathon.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Moses
Thank
Kipsiro.
you. Thank you.
And that is it. One of the greatest in Uganda. If you were born somewhere early 2000s, perhaps you were too young to know, or 2010, but now you know. His list of achievements is almost endless. I have it on my phone. I have to scroll through several pages. Moses Kipsiro, the Game of Life, it's been honored and humbled to host you. And to the viewers, thank you very much. Continue following the Game of Life across all social media channels and follow us on YouTube, because it's what we do. We play the Game of Life.